Well, I think my buddy Chris is coming out today. He's got the day off, and he wants to come out and work on his day off. So, okay. Um, so yeah, so I got to crush in the dumpster again, see if I can make a little more room, and then I think the goal today is going to be get some of the floor busted up in the back room here. Yeah, so here's the living room. This has been done for a little while now. And then this is the bedroom and bathroom area where we just finished up all the floors and subfloors, floor joists and all that stuff. And now the next room will be this one because I want to carry on with this sill plate and rim joist all the way down and around. So I was just going to kind of fumble through, figure it out myself on what I was going to do. And then Chris said he was coming. So I think that'll be the plan where it's a bigger project. Is we'll get the baseboard ripped out, we'll get the floor knocked out, we'll get this wall jacked, we'll get that wall jacked, and then if we can rip up the flooring and the subfloor, that would be a good goal for today. Because if all that's done, then throughout the rest of the week, I can work on the sill and the rim joist over and across, floor joist, and then once that's in, then I got to jack this wall, take some of this wall out to be able to get the subfloor under it, and continue on that way. So I think it'll be a productive day. If we hit any hurdles, there is a massive amount of debris in the basement from all these floors, from the living room floor, bedroom floor, the bathroom floor, all in the basement. So all that's still got to come out and go in the dumpster. I think by the end of the day we'll have the dumpster full enough so I can finally have that one picked up and another one dropped off. So let's get to crushing in the dumpster, see what happens. Oh, Chris is here again on his day off for some self-torture.
Love punishment.
Yeah, he's definitely Suicide Squad, #1. So I got this cleared out. I forgot to set up the time lapse, but I got all this cleared out. And I think I had the time lapse going, crushing in the dumpster. And now we're going to try and rip up all the floor, throw down some sketchy plywood, and start jacking in there. So we'll set up the time lapse now and see what happens. Well, another missing section of flooring. And Chris is working away. We're both working away, getting this out. And dumpster's definitely full now, so I can call to have that picked up. And now we're going to throw down some plywood, see about setting up to jack this whole wall and some of that wall. See where we land. Well, Chris is still working away. We're still working away. We got this subfloor all ripped up, all the flooring, all the subflooring ripped up. We got all jack studs in there and headers built and all that stuff. And we're going to try and get the lumber today, but we ran just a little late for the lumber yard. So I think the best thing to do now is we got a couple hours left. We're going to gut this next room, all the subfloor and some of the walls. And dumpster's full. We'll make a pile. I'll have a new dumpster here tomorrow or the next day. But basically, we got my sweet jacking rig here. Changed it up in here a little bit. I put a whole header lagged right into the wall, into every stud, and then I notched this out so it sits under it. So it's screwed into here. It's notched onto there. These are screwed into every stud. That's screwed into that stud and propped over here on the surface, and the jack is upside down on more of the foundation here. Same thing here, and then we added another board beside it on this one that sits right on the jack and comes up beside all this for a rest for this next header to jack the whole back wall here. So this is one jacking point. Back up here a little bit. Yeah, so that's one jacking point from here to there and there to there. So that's jacking the whole corner with one jack. That worked out perfect. And this one's being jacked all the way from the basement foundation down there to here. And now we'll notch out and we'll scab on more across and jack it from further down there. And then that wall's being supported down there. And from this being jacked, this is loose all the way back to here. So that worked out very well. So that's awesome. That's a huge milestone there. And then I have plenty of work to do during the week, even just for this room. Now we're gonna try and see about getting this jacked and possibly gutted. Let's see how we make out. All right, that probably looked pretty uneventful watching in the time lapse, but putting these timbers up and getting them all tied together, because this is the rear cross with only 2 jacks, was pretty sketchy and pain in the butt and a lot of calculations. And we got it up, and it is holding up the whole back of the house now. So one of the funny things was we had to open the door to be able to get this long timber up and out, dropped all the way to the basement floor, and then back up and in. And we opened the back door for the first time, and I meant to get it in and then shut the door, and forgot to, and then the door was in the way. So we had to pull the hinges off and all that stuff. But anyway, you can see that void right there. You can see how much that lifted, and then you can see the 2 top plates up there. You can see the gaps in them. That's how much it lifted there. It even lifted some right here and between here, and then in here. Okay, so I just hold that like so. In here you can see that was matched to there. It lifted the top of the wall that high. These are the 2 top plates that were sandwiched together before, and you can see right through them all the way down. This is the next section of wall that the whole wall is getting replaced. So it's okay the wall didn't come up with it, but this is going to be fun to just literally kick this part of the wall out. But then you can see we got gaps all the way across the top here to about here, and then from there down the bottom outside you can see a gap all the way across. So we literally have corner jack, middle jack over there, and then this one here down over on this end, holding, this is probably 30 feet or more, probably a little more than 30 feet. And this is scabbed together in the middle. This is, as you can see, one board ends here, and we got another one sisted behind it. It's sisted behind it over there with a massive amount of like ledger lock style anchors in it. And over here, getting hooked on nails here. Yeah, over here we got this one up, and we got it cradled onto this so it can't tip, and then we got it cradled on this with another board on the other side so it can't tip. Then we have that one with a board cradled on it so it can't tip, and she's all up all the way across. We have air under everything. All the sill is loose all the way back. Talk about a satisfying day. And then on top of that, like I mentioned earlier, we got all the hardwood flooring up in this room and all the subfloor up. So this is a huge step, and all this into the dumpster. So that was huge. Huge thanks to Chris.
Sir?
We were gonna gut that room over there, but I think it's running a little late for Chris. So we spent a ton of time on that beam. So this is awesome. So yeah, this might be the last video, the last of the video for today. If so, thanks for watching. I hope you guys had a great day. And thanks again, Chris.
No problem.
#1 Super Trooper.